One day, I went for a walk in the park and sat down on a bench. A woman sat down next to me and told me the following story. I am hearing impaired and wear two hearing aids, which most guys do not consider an appealing factor. This is fine by me because I was raised that if people could not accept me for who I am, then to hell with them. The main reason that I love my husband is because it doesn't matter to him that I'm hearing impaired and wear two hearing aids, which is very important to me. When I first met my husband in April 1984, we were both employed by Pat's Pharmacy in Meadowlark, California. I had confided in one of my friends that I thought he was nice and wondered if he was married or had a girlfriend. Well, one night when the three of us were upstairs counting out our registers for the night, my friend proceeded to ask him if he was married or had a girlfriend. I was so embarrassed because I thought she would have asked him without me being there. He had replied that he was not married and did not have a girlfriend at the time. Boy, was I relieved. When we were leaving the store, I had asked him if he would like to go get a beer. He said that he would, and we walked over to the bar. I was extremely happy because I liked him a great deal and hoped that he felt the same. At the time, I knew that he didn't care if I was hearing impaired and wore two hearing aids, which made me very happy because finally I had met a guy who appreciated me for the person I was. When we first sat down at the bar and started talking, our bar stools were approximately 2 feet apart. After a little while, I went to the restroom, and when I came back, I scooted my bar stool over about 6 inches. We had another beer, and he didn't even make a move on me, even though I had moved my bar stool closer to him. I excused myself to go to the restroom, but this time, when I came back, I moved my bar stool over so that when I sat down, we were touching knees. After a little while, he still did nothing. I then thought to myself, what is the problem here? I know that he likes me, and I am definitely giving him all kinds of signs. I then took drastic action. When he turned to talk to me, I planted a big old kiss right on his lips. He surely did not resist, and I began to think to myself, did I really do that? And what if he didn't like it? Well, after our lips parted, it was like the tension in the air lessened, and I knew that we had made a love connection, so to speak. Shortly after that, he asked me on a date to go see a movie, Star Trek: Search for Spock. We began dating on a regular basis and would talk on the phone for hours every night, even though we would see each other at work all day. Approximately 2 months after we started dating and his roommate moved out, I made the suggestion that I could move in with him. Boy, was I ever being forward, and thought to myself, are girls supposed to be this forward? I should also mention that I was dating another guy at the same time, but he was a total jerk and was cheating on me. Also, at the same time, he stated that I must make a decision. Either I was totally with him and needed to dump the other guy. Shortly, I moved in with him. I called the other guy and informed him that I was no longer going out with him due to him being a jerk. That was such a relief because now I could put all my energy towards my new relationship. We had so many things in common: movies, music, books, the same thoughts about different issues, and enjoyed walking down by the Meadowlark River. We lived downtown, and we would walk down by the Meadowlark River on summer evenings while it still was cool. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had moved in on July 1st, and we had only been dating for about 6 weeks, and we were taking our normal walk towards the Meadowlark River. He turned and said to me, "If I were to ask you to marry me, would you?" "Yes, I would," I replied. We just kept walking, and I didn't think anything more about it. A little while later, after we got to the river, and we were sitting on the bank enjoying the cool summer evening and the soothing sound of the river, I looked over at him, and he had tears in his eyes. He took my hand and he said to me, "Will you marry me?" "Yes, I will," I replied with tears in my eyes. I remember we walked home hand in hand, and when we got home I called my mother to tell her the news. We decided that we would wait until April of the following year to get married. I must say that during the time I asked myself, should I do this, and am I sure that he is the one for me? Even though it was a whole year away, I had so many emotions that I was dealing with at once, ranging from anxiety to happiness. Boy, was I ever a nervous wreck during this time.